G'day, I'm Zug Von Rock from Angelspit. In this Blipfoot, we'll be looking at a mixer. I'm going to be focusing on the .mix module from STG SOUNDLABS. I like this mixer because it's compact and versatile, and it's available in the 3-unit high Eurorack format and the 5-unit high .com format. And what's really cool is that each version comes with each other's power supply. So they're both fitted with Eurorack power and .com power, which is awesome. It's really compact. It's only 4 HP across. That means it's really small. It has 3 inputs and 1 output. The master volume knob also changes the polarity, so it goes down all the way to negative, then to 0, then up all the way to positive. What's really cool about this module is it's so clean, if you want it to be, but you can also overdrive it and it sounds great. Its distortion is very usable and it kind of sounds familiar. It has no op amps in it. It's based on the Moog CP3 mixer, which means it sounds fat and it's well made. The soldering is thorough and the components are mounted really, really well, which means you can rack it up and tour it. It's so rock-worthy. Let's play with it. Let's play around with the distortion. This is patched in straight out of a Dope4 A110. That's a nice simple triangle. I'll give it some melody so we can hear what's going on. So, if I bring it to there, you can hear the distortion. Bring it up a bit more, you can hear the distortion. That is a damn fine tone. That's nice. That's really usable. I'm going to take a triangle out of the Dope4 A110. I'm going to double it so we can hear what's going on there. Bit of distortion going on. Yeah, that's cool. And I'm going to use this guy. This is the .com from STG. It's awesome! I've got the triangle from the Dope4 going into the .com. What's really awesome about this is when I play with the threshold, it's going to throw it out of phase. So this is the direct out. And now what that's doing is converting that triangle into a square or a pulse. You can hear it go out of phase. What's cool fun is I can also modulate that. I'm modulating that with a really slow LFO. Good fun. Then I can take an octave down. The octave I'm taking out is also pulse width modulated with that LFO. I love it. Simple and fat. And that's playing with the distortion on the mix module. I'm just going to take the LFO out of that for a sec. Damn. Bit of fat there. Now I'm going to put this through a filter. Bam. That is just glorious. So we're distorting it first, then we're running it through the filter. Now I'm going to take an envelope out of my sequencer and I'm just going to add some shape. That's just a triangle, and what it's doing to that triangle is really sweet. Compare it to the regular triangle. Yeah. And then with the distorted triangle through the .mix. Yeah. This is a nice and easy effect you can do with 2 envelope generators. So this one is that's a fast envelope generator, obviously. This is a slower one. And what we're doing is giving it like extra chunk. we're going to give it an extra push on that attack. This is the short one. I can turn it up and it'll actually start distorting. So that's the envelope shape itself is now distorting. So I'm getting a kind of a cool little square. Kind of get that Tangerine Dream sort of feel happening. This time what I've got going on is, this is the control voltage coming out of the sequencer. I can actually turn it up, or I can make it less. And remember, because this is a polarizing output, I can go negatives. It can unplay itself. Kind of cool, because using this, I could actually adjust the scale of a CV input. Next thing I'm going to throw in is this. Now this is a really short spike coming out of a envelope generator, in case I ever want to have like a pitched kick drum or something. I can actually turn down the amount that's coming off the actual tuning itself. What we're going to do this time is play around with negative and positive filter modulation. So first up, off camera, I've got a ramp coming off the Dope for A110. Then I'm going to actually run the square into the STG.com. This is a sub oscillator. It sounds like this. Yeah! That's pretty chunky. This thing outputs a 5-volt sub oscillator, so it's really balls. 2 octaves sounds like this. Fuck it, let's go with 2 octaves. This is all running into the Dope for A102 diode filter. Yeah. Damn, I love it. So, I'm going to put him down there for the moment. Now, using the mix, I'm taking a, this is a really sharp attack. Sounds like this. Alright, you know that sound. Now, but if I make it negative, turn up the frequency so you can hear it. Good fun. Good fun. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take another line off that sequencer and I'm going to run it through another Dope for A110 VCO. This chappy here is a square wave, is a sine wave output. And I can turn up the amount there. And remember, these guys are now distorting. So these CVs are clipping. Now this is negative. That's great fun. So this is not just a mixer, there's a whole bunch of cool things you can do with it. This is great fun.